Hey there, welcome back to the Sun Tzu Strategies video blog. Today I'm going to talk more broadly. I typically talk to Sun Tzu for women, but today I want to talk to everyone about 5 ways we can read and apply Sun Tzu's Art of War. As anyone who's read The Art of War knows, it's not necessarily the easiest text to understand and apply into our lives and apply to our careers, but that doesn't mean it's not worth pursuing and it's not a really useful exercise. I believe, as many who apply Sun Tzu to their careers believe, that understanding the art of war, understanding the tenets, which by the way are not all about militant activity. Very often it's about preparation for war and how preparation for peace is a very important part of that. So let's talk about the 5 aspects of the art of war and how you can apply those to your career today. Number 1, you got to be serious. You got to be serious about this study, and you've got to know that progress and growth are going to take a lot of discipline. Before you open up the pages of the Art of War, you've got to know that it's not going to be as straightforward as, say, the 20 most popular business books on the market are today. But recognize that there's tremendous value in that. Tremendous value in being a little iconoclast. Succeeding in the competitive business world requires us to look at things differently. Just this week I was having lunch with a friend who is 40 years old and has just sold his business and entered into what he calls his first retirement. Very successful guy. And we were talking about successes, and he said one of the things that he thinks is a big contributor is he's looked at what everybody's doing and he's done something very different. He's gone down a very different path. And therein lies one of the principles of success and one of the principles of Sun Tzu. You've got to go where the enemy is not. This is a plus, this idea, for a lot of Westerners studying Sun Tzu and a lot of women anywhere around the globe. As I look back on my career, I believe that my openness to seeing challenges, to seeing solutions and alternative opportunities differently than everybody else has really been a big factor. And also being content in that, happy in that, and satisfied and taking another direction has really been a contributor, which I appreciate. Second, be imaginative. Sun Tzu said this: "Now, to win battles and capture lands and cities, but to fail to consolidate these achievements is ominous and may be described as a waste of resources and time." If you read a passage like this and determine that its context renders it meaningless for you, that you just don't know what to do with it, I submit that you're going to miss opportunities elsewhere in your career, elsewhere in your life. Remember, we're using war as a metaphor for business with the Art of War. This is going to require some creative thinking, some stretching, but successful people are contortionists. The wisdom behind this passage above is that even the best concepts can fall in execution. Sun Tzu recognizes this, and he says that the inability to follow through is worse than a miscalculation. This passage haunts me, because I've seen so many executives, so many entrepreneurs fail to consolidate their wins and throw resources, throw talent, throw enthusiasm down a black hole. And I'll tell you, I've seen a lot of carnage, and occasionally I've been caught up in it. Number 3, draw a correlation. Sun Tzu's wisdom, as I've said, is really applicable to business. But that's not all. As a martial artist, as a jiu-jitsu instructor, I find a lot of parallels between his military advice and my martial arts training. Here's an example. He said, "If the enemy leaves a door open, you must rush in. Seize the place the enemy values without making an appointment to battle with him. Be flexible and decide your line of action according to the situation on the enemy side." Seize the place the enemy values. I love that. I come back to this passage again and again in my training, and it's helped me to internalize it, also internalize how I do business. If you can find ways to make this learning stick, it's going to be that much more meaningful to you and your business, and more. So I really suggest that you find a way to draw a correlation with Sun Tzu's Art of War. Number 4, accept what you don't understand. No one is going to read the Art of War once and claim to have complete understanding of every one of the sage's words, except a liar, and a really bad liar. It's not going to be popular today because we're so used to 60-second sound bites. I got it. Resign yourself to try to get as much information as you can, as quickly as you can, and have it all take root. That doesn't happen. But it's okay not to have the art of war completely digested and applicable. It's absolutely okay. That's why there's books like Sun Tzu for Women. That's why there's books out there like you'll find on the Sun Tzu Strategies website that will help you to take the lessons of the art of war and apply that into your career. And number 5, repeat regularly. The real wonderful reward of knowledge and understanding is that the more frequently you come back to the well and drink, the more fully you're going to be invigorated. It's not a once and done proposition. I encourage you to read The Art of War once a year. It's a short book and it can be read relatively quickly. And as I said, we've got other books here that we would encourage you to read, and take a look at the Sun Tzu Strategies workshops as well as the Sun Tzu Strategies keynotes and see what you can find that might help you and your business and your trade association or your organization to understand and apply Sun Tzu's Art of War in a way that can really resonate with you and create successes.